busy night as we come on the air tonight. Unrest in Minnesota. People fuming following the death of Dante Wright, the Brooklyn Center police chief, and the officer who pulled the trigger, resigning today. Meanwhile, the trial of Derek Chauvin rolling on with another day of testimony.
Vaccine halted. Health officials recommending the suspension of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine when J&J shots could soon be given again.
Seeking help, police looking for the men on your screen right now, what they're accused of doing to a gas station clerk. Plus, remembering a legend. Reaction tonight to the death of Slick Leonard.
Bringing soldiers home when President Biden plans for troops to come home from Afghanistan. In a popular Netflix series Here to Stay, I'm Emily Harless.
And I'm Tyler Brumman. Looks like I've got some binge watching to do tonight, plus up to the minute weather conditions. This is Delaware County's only live TV newscast.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
But first tonight, new developments in a story we first brought to you last night. The chief of Brooklyn Center Police and Kim Potter, who's the officer that shot and killed Dante Wright, have both resigned.
So this comes after another night of unrest near where the shooting happened. Brooklyn Center Mayor Mike Elliott said previously he supported the termination of Potter. Today, Elliott says it's time for the healing in his city to begin.
I'm hoping that this will help bring some calm to the community, although I think ultimately people want justice. They want, full accountability under the law. And so that's what we're going to continue to work for.
Last night, you see right there, police and protesters clashing at the Brooklyn Center station. Some protesters threw objects and lit fireworks while police responded with tear gas and flashbang grenades. Today, fences surrounded the police station during a vigil for Wright. The mayor says this case will require the Attorney General to step in and prosecute.
The Wisconsin police officer who shot Jacob Blake is back on duty. Officer Rustin Shesky shot the 29-year-old 7 times while responding to a domestic incident in August of 2020. Shesky told investigators he used deadly force because he was afraid Blake was attempting to flee the scene. Blake, who was not charged, was left paralyzed from the waist down. He has filed an excessive force lawsuit against Shesky. Today, the Kenosha police chief said Shesky returned to active duty after multiple reviews of the incident.
In Minneapolis, prosecutors rested their case against Derek Chauvin, the former officer accused of killing George Floyd. Now, Chauvin's defense is presenting their side. Today, the defense team argued that Floyd's death was not a result of Chauvin's knee being on his neck. Instead, they say it was from drug use and health issues. The defense team also portrayed the crowd as aggressive, dangerous, and distracting to officers that arrested Floyd. This phase of the trial is expected to last for several days. New tonight, Yorktown Police is asking for your help to find those responsible for beating a clerk at the Yorktown Food Mart with a baseball bat. The department posted these pictures that you're seeing on your screen. They were on their Facebook page. They're from a nearby security camera. Investigators say the suspects entered the store between 1 and 2 on the morning of April 9th, last Thursday. The department says the suspects, who are men, asked for nicotine pods. The clerk was treated at a hospital for head injuries. Yorktown Police ask anyone with information to give them a call. The number is 765-759-4004. Emily?
And in covert coverage tonight, the federal government is recommending a pause in the use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The recommendation comes after 6 reported cases of a quote, rare and severe type of blood clot in women between the ages of 18 and 48. Now, that is only 6 cases out of the 6.8 million who have received the single-dose vaccine. Federal vaccination sites across the country have temporarily stopped administering Johnson & Johnson shots, along with CVS, Walgreens, in several states, including Indiana. The CDC and FDA say the pause will allow for a review of the data and give time for healthcare providers to learn how to identify and treat the clot. The White House COVID-19 coordinator says the pause will not impact vaccination rates in the U.S.
So we have more than enough supply of Pfizer and Moderna vaccines to continue the current pace of about 3 million shots per day. And that puts us well on pace to meet the president's goal of 200 million shots by his 100th day in office.
Health officials say there have been no similar concerns with the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine. Today, the Delaware County government said the pause will not impact vaccination in the area. To sign up for a vaccination appointment, visit rshot.in.gov.
Tonight, we're in the middle of what's being called a boom in COVID vaccinations, just weeks after Indiana's age requirement lowered to those 16 years old and older. But as NewsLink Indiana's Alex Almanza reports, after receiving their vaccine, some people are wondering what the next steps are.
As the eligible age to get a dose of the COVID-19 vaccine drops to 16 and older in Indiana, more high school and college students across the state are rushing to get their doses. But for those waiting on their second dose, the question remains, what now? According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, people are likely to experience minor side effects such as a sore arm or low-grade fever. However, these usually aren't indications that you're infected with the virus. Experts recommend you drink plenty of fluids and rest, as the side effects may take 24 to 48 hours to fully take their course. Bernardo Malone is a student at Vincennes University and recently got the first dose of the Moderna vaccine.
I really only had two side effects, which was just a slight headache, and then my arm was hurting for a couple of days. And a lot of people don't want to get this shot just because of the side effects.
So if you're fully vaccinated, what about those masks? The CDC says that masks are still recommended to continue the slowdown of the virus, saying, quote, "We're still learning how vaccines affect the spread of COVID-19. After you've been fully vaccinated against COVID-19, you should keep taking precautions like wearing a mask, staying 6 feet apart from others, and avoiding crowds and poorly ventilated spaces."
So even though people is getting the vaccine like myself, I'm still wearing my mask around people. How do I know if the next person is vaccinated, or how do I even know if that person is not carrying something already?
And those vaccine record cards? Experts say you shouldn't post them on social media. These cards issued by the CDC contain sensitive personal info, which can be used to steal your identity. In Muncie, Alex Almanza, NewsLink, Indiana.
Definitely some important advice there. The Delaware County Health Department says so far more than 24,000 people in the county have been fully vaccinated. Let's talk weather here on this Tuesday night. Emily, you know, today it was pretty nice out there. I know this morning when I came in, I had a jacket on. I was able to take it off later in the day, but we're dressed right now like it's spring out there.
I know. We look like we're like little
Purple
spring
and pink.
flower. I know. Purple and pink, cute colors, pastel colors as well.
Absolutely.
Very much like flowers, and we've had a lot of April showers, obviously. So are these Mayflowers in the way, Hope?
Yeah, and with the cooler temperatures on the way, you might want to dress a little bit warmer. Taking a look now at those current temperatures, sitting at 56 degrees here in Muncie, 55 in Lafayette, a little bit cooler sitting at 45 degrees up in South Bend. But taking a look right now on the radar, we are dry across the area. Really no clouds either, a few thin clouds here or there, but throughout the show we'll be tracking those cooler and below average temperatures on the way and plenty of sunshine going into the week. But then with those sunny conditions are dry conditions on the way. I'll be tracking all of that and more coming up in my full forecast.
Hope, thank you. Leaving Afghanistan, the Biden administration announcing a timeline to remove troops from the nation.
Plus, trapped again, the owner of the ship that was stuck in the Suez Canal, now dealing with negotiations. We'll tell you what authorities are demanding. You're watching NewsLink Indiana. We'll be back right after this.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. In the last year, COVID-19 has caused changes to several departments here at Ball State, and tonight, NewsLink Indiana's Kara Porzuchek takes a look at how the theater and dance department has been affected.
From only doing original works to having rehearsals outside, it's clear these students are adaptable to anything. In fact, their entire profession has been on pause for over a year. Anna Claire Morgan, a junior BFA musical theater student, has more to say on how they are putting on shows.
It depends on which type of production it is. Most of them are virtual. Well, I'll correct myself. They're all virtual. Depending on what type of show you are in, you may never be in the same room as your castmates.
Wearing a mask has become the new norm, and for most of us, this has not been a big deal. For those who have to sing and dance in them, the story is a bit different.
It's hard to fully, especially with singing, to fully access all of the space that we need to sing. And with dancing, it makes it really hard to sustain your stamina throughout the piece.
With the vaccine having come out and being administered around the nation, the department could be looking at a fall with less masks and even maybe having small audiences at their show.
It has been really hard coping with feeling robbed of certain experiences here at Ball State. And so the vaccine definitely does give me hope that things will return or look a little bit more like they used to.
Theater and dance students, and practically all students, are looking forward to changes in the fall. From Muncie, Kara Porzuchek, NewsLink, Indiana.
We'll have more for this story for you online at ballstatedaily.com. Meanwhile, President Biden is planning to announce a full withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan by September 11th.
That's right, and White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says the president believes the military has been in the region for too long.
I will say that the president has been consistent in his view that there's not a military solution to Afghanistan, that we have been there for far too long. That has been his view for some time.
Officials say right now there are about 2,500 troops in Afghanistan. The Biden administration says it plans to continue negotiations with parties in the country, but some lawmakers are saying it's too soon to remove U.S. forces from the region.
It is a retreat in the face of an enemy that has not yet been vanquished, an abdication of American leadership.
The Trump administration had set a May 1st deadline with the Taliban. This plan extends that timeline, by a few months.
And while Biden administration plans to withdraw troops from Afghanistan, the defense secretary announced they plan to increase military presence in Germany. The foreign minister of Ukraine says this step is necessary to prevent violence from an increasing number of Russian troops on the border of Ukraine.
Price of prevention will still be lower than the price of stopping the war and mitigating its consequences. So it's better to act now to prevent Russia from further escalating the situation.
According to the White House, the number of Russian troops in the region is the most since 2014, when the peninsula of Crimea was annexed. A defense official says the U.S. has considered sending warships into the Black Sea in the next few weeks in a show of support for Ukraine. President Biden talked with Russian President Vladimir Putin and proposed a meeting and discussed arms control and emerging security issues. Biden also called on Russia to de-escalate tensions in Ukraine.
Also overseas, Egyptian authorities have seized the massive cargo ship that blocked the Suez Canal for 6 days last month until a $900 million compensation bill is paid. A state-run news outlet says an Egyptian court has ordered the Japanese-owned Ever Given to pay the amount due to losses inflicted when it blocked all traffic passing through the canal. The compensation bill also includes maintenance fees and the rescue operation costs. More than 400 ships trying to cross the waterway were blocked due to the Ever Given. Hey, let's talk a little bit of weather right now. Hope, beautiful weather out there today, but a cool down is what we're seeing right now.
That is for sure. That cool down is on the way, but taking a look at those current temperatures, 56 here in Muncie, but we'll be tracking that cool down and all of that and more coming up in my full weather. Stay with us.
you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles, watching each other's backs,
And banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an effort.
to get to know each other.
On a deeper level. Father.
Cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
It's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward. Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Welcome back. We had another beautiful day here across campus, plenty of sunshine and even above average temperatures. But comparing it to last Tuesday, we weren't quite as warm as we had a record-breaking temperature of 80 degrees last Tuesday. We are 14 degrees cooler today, but still above average, sitting at 66 degrees. Looking now at our current temperatures, sitting at 56 degrees here in Muncie, 54 in Indianapolis, a little bit cooler up in Kokomo at 51 degrees. And as we look across the nation, some cities are experiencing cooler temperatures. 54 in Kansas City, sitting at freezing up in Minneapolis. But if you look down in Louisiana, they're feeling about the same temperatures as we are, as they are experiencing 5 to 8 inches of rain going into this weekend. Now, we haven't seen that much rain here in Muncie, but we have seen a little bit above average amounts of precipitation. We have observed rainfall of 2.24 inches, and that's about 0.8 of an inch more than average for this time of year. And as we look at the radar, quiet across our region, a few thin clouds in our area, but as we span out, that's due to a high pressure system that's sitting across Missouri, and that will bring us dry conditions later on into the week. And as we look at our precision cast, we can see a few clouds going into tomorrow morning, but then we'll clear out by our lunchtime hour. But then once again, we'll come back around our evening commute, but then we'll exit the area by our Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon. Going into the next 8 hours, we will drop off quite a bit, dropping down to 44 degrees by 5 a.m., but we will reach a low of 41 degrees tonight. Partly cloudy skies, those winds coming out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And as we go into tomorrow, we have the Cardinal Street Fest, and by 9 a.m. we're sitting at 46 degrees, but we warm up quite nicely to a high of 61 degrees with mostly sunny skies going into the day tomorrow. So perfect day to get out and about on campus. And as we look at the next 5 days, we will see below average temperatures for this time of year. Our average for this time of year is 61 degrees. So as we can see, tomorrow we will be sitting right at average, but then on Thursday we'll be dropping down to below average at 55 degrees. And we can see that going into the next 6 to 10 days put out by the Climate Prediction Center, a high chance of below average temperatures for our part of the area, and that reflects greatly on our mid-7-day forecast. Again, 55 degrees on Thursday, but going into the weekend, we can see rain chances returning once again, and then those lower 60-degree temperatures remaining throughout the remainder of the week.
So basically what I'm hearing is that we're getting those April showers, but the May flowers are on the way, right?
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah, it's really nice to see that. Also, earlier we were talking about our color coordination. Unfortunately, though, we don't have red hot temperatures.
No, definitely should have wore blue today.
Yeah.
I know.
I think you look fine in the red.
All right, well, thank you, Hope. And now we're going to take it over to Anthony Viles with sports.
Tonight, one Ball State team trying to stick to the theme of winning MAC titles. We'll tell you who that is, as well as softball taking on Butler. We'll have a recap to come next.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up to the minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not
What
funny.
on earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Anthony Bowles with sports. Some sad news for Pacer Nation today. Indiana basketball legend Bobby Slick Leonard died at 88 years old. The Pacers released this statement about the Hall of Fame coach saying, "With the charisma, intensity, and wit to match his nickname, Slick made us champions." The Terre Haute native brought a national championship to Indiana in his time with the Hoosiers and 3 ABA championships as a coach of the Indiana Pacers. Now an update to a story we brought you 2 weeks ago. European football is one step closer to joining the ranks of American football, aka bringing a MAC title to Ball State. NewsLink Indiana's Blake Dollier takes us through Ball State soccer's postseason push.
It's been a long time coming for me, especially in this senior position. Just being able to get that and go out with a bang is something I am really looking forward to.
You want it bad, and honestly, though, you want it for them.
The MAC title wave for Ball State started this fall inside the gates of Schumann Stadium, just across the parking lot to Briner Sports Complex, where the soccer team's looking to win a MAC championship in what's been a unique spring season.
So let the revenge tour begin. Next stop, Bowling Green.
It left a really bad taste in our mouth the way we lost that championship 2 years ago to them in PKs. So it's really cool that we're matched up against them again.
But this town ain't big enough for the both of them. So how would a title feel?
I have no other words other than amazing. I think just kind of proving ourselves. I think Bowling Green's always like, oh, Bowling Green, they're so good, they're the top. Like, just being like, yeah, we're Ball State, and like, don't sell us short because we're here and we're going to prove to you like we deserve to be here.
As if there wasn't enough motivation, Coach Reif is adding some incentives of his own.
Well, my hair is not purely a fashion statement, but you know, during COVID, wasn't able to get a haircut and kind of let it go.
As you might expect, this can only mean one thing.
When I got back with the team, they said, hey, you know, if we win the MAC, can we shave your head? I said, you know what, we could do that. And so, you know, I've just kind of let it go. So I told them we're one game closer for me to get a haircut, and I hope I get one soon.
This was the celebration after knocking out Eastern Michigan, after 2 must-wins in a row and clinching the MAC West title. But this celebration won't be the last with a win on Saturday. And Coach Reif may have his wish of a haircut come true. In Muncie, Blake Dollier, NewsLink, Indiana.
The championship will be played in Bowling Green Saturday night at 7. Cardinals softball ending its non-conference schedule today, facing Butler on the road. Ball State falling to Butler thanks to a double from Butler's Maddie Moore in the 7th inning to give Butler the late 5-4 lead. Entering the weekend with an 11-0 MAC record, the Cardinals will look to bounce back and keep their perfect conference record on Friday with a matchup against Akron. Ball State and Akron will play a 4-game series spanning Friday to Sunday with a doubleheader on Saturday.
And you know, best of luck to the soccer and softball teams. Very big news for them. And we've recently heard, wow, I can't speak, some big news about you, Anthony.
Yeah, some big contests for sure. A big day, though, on Sunday for Anthony Battles. 21 years old. You can't see it. I drew you a cake because I didn't get you one, so here you go.
Thank you.
So happy that you had fun, I'm sure, on your big day. So, of course, here's to another awesome year of Mr. Battles with sports.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely. Happy birthday, Anthony. And after the break, we will take a final look at what's trending.
Yeah, and also a final check of weather. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let
Thank you.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared. So start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. We're approaching the end of the night. Time for our favorite part of the show. We are taking a look at what is trending.
And joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Kara Porzuchek. Kara, what do you have for us today?
So do you guys normally binge watch Netflix shows?
Absolutely.
No, I don't do it. I need to, though.
Yeah.
This one that you're about to talk about.
This one that I just binge watched, it's called Bridgerton. So straight from the mouth of Lady Whistledown, only this isn't a rumor. Bridgerton isn't going anywhere. The Netflix series has been renewed for seasons 3 and 4. Netflix made the announcement Tuesday. The Regency-era drama from Shonda Rhimes is based on a novel series by author Julia Quinn. The announcement follows the news that fan-favorite male star Regé-Jean Page won't be returning for the show's second season, which is currently in production. Next, Kanye West wants joint custody of his 4 children with Kim Kardashian. The rapper's legal and physical custody request came in his latest response to Kardashian's February divorce filing. Neither of them are looking for spousal support as a part of the divorce, and there hasn't been any comment from West or Kardashian. The couple got married in 2014.
It's sad to see their marriage come to an end. Obviously, we hope the best for the kids as well.
Yeah,
you know. A lot of stuff happening with the Kardashians.
Yeah, and Kara, thank you. Now we do want to take it to Hope for one final look at weather.
Below average temperatures are definitely in the 7-day forecast. Thursday, a high of only 55 degrees, lower 60s throughout the remainder of the week, but rain chances return on Saturday and Sunday, but plenty of sunshine going throughout the rest of your 7-day forecast.
Well, that is all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, as always, you can go to ballstatedaily.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.